Into the final stages of the CONCACAF Nations League we go now as the international break rears its ugly head. Who, of course, will get another W in the big fat column, or, of course, who will suffer yet another loss? We'll take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again on our prediction video today. It's all about CONCACAF Nations League right here, right now, as we build up to the final couple of games. That's right, and we'll get to it in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe and your one-stop shop for CONCACAF, Blackburn Rovers, World Football. We're going to all hear under one Rooski. Right, that's big games coming up ahead in the CONCACAF. And of course, we do have the quarter-finals coming at you, but that will be in another video. In this video, it's all about the final couple of group games to see if you can get promoted or see which nations are going to get relegated, of course. So all of that to look forward to, but we'll get to it in a minute. Big shout-out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, big shout-out to the members. You know who you are. But let's turn the clock back to October when the last round of games and bring it bang up to date with the situations in the table. Alrighty then, folks, let's turn those clock back to October and have a look at the games. My picks, your picks, all that kind of jazz. Well, here they are, of course, recapping some of them big old games in the last fixture list. We had Cayman Islands against the British Virgin Islands. It was a 1-0 win for the Cayman. Got them on spot on the nose. Meanwhile, Bonaire with a big cheeky 1-0 away win against Montserrat. Didn't see that one coming. Bahamas, though, they picked up a monster 3-1 win over Virgin Islands. That's the US Virgin Islands. Turks and Caicos with a big 2-1 win over Antigua. Got that one bang on. St. Vincent and Grenadines picked up a 2-1 win. Surprise win over El Salvador last time around. Curaçao picking up a 1-0 win over Grenada. Puerto Rico with a 2-1 win over Sint Maarten. Jamaica and Honduras could only duke it out to a 0-0 draw with the TTs picking up a cheeky 3-1 win over Cuba. Didn't get that one right either. Nicaragua, though, picking up a 3-2 thriller against French Guyana with St. Martin, the French side of the island, with a big 4-0 win over high-flying hotshots St. Lucia. Meanwhile, the game of the day was Haiti against Aruba, 8 goals in it, 5-3 in the end for Haiti. Got one pretty much close to the mark as well. Meanwhile, Dominican Republic put 5 past Antigua and Barbuda. A big 5-0 demolition job there. Bermuda, not Barbuda, but Bermuda beating Dominica 3-2 in the end. Another 5-goal Bobby does. A lot of goals in these last round here. Meanwhile, Costa Rica put 3 past Guatemala with a ding-dong affair that was. Martinique and Guadalupe couldn't be separated 0-0. I went with a 1-0, so it was close. Then Suriname with a big 5-1 win over Guyana. So those are the last round of games. Of course, pretty decent for me on the old Piccaroonies scale. But let's take a look at the tables then, shall we? Of course, like I said, we are looking at the quarterfinals in another video where the likes of USA, Canada, Mexico, and Costa Rica, or Panama, should I say, are going to be taking on the top 2 in both of these groups, of course. And those top 2 are done and dusted. It's over. So Costa Rica and Suriname will go through to those quarterfinals, as will Jamaica, me crazy, and Honduras. I found this a little bit bemusing because they've only played 4 games in this Nations League. Where realistically you're looking at possibly playing 10. So I don't know why is it cheap? Have they cheapened out or something? But regardless, that is it. That's the situation currently in the Nations League. Meanwhile, the likes of Guatemala, Martinique, etc., etc., they seem to be safe right now. But of course, we'll see what goes on in today's video. Kicking on down then. Meanwhile, League B Group A sees El Salvador top the charts right here, right now, playing 4 games there. Of course, they'll complete the pack this time around. Montserrat bottom of the pile. St. Lucia still top of the pots despite losing last time around. Of course, Saint Martin, the French side, bottom of the pile. Into League B Group C, Haiti top the charts. Perfect record thus far. Aruba yet to get a win in their respective group. Dominican Republic top their group as well. 12 points, have a possible 12. Antigua, Barbuda, again, bottom of the pile. And then finally, into League C, we see Group A, Barbados, perfect record. Belize, perfect record, and St. Kitts and Nevis, 10 points of a possible 12. So that's bringing you bang up to date with the tables. And these are the next round of games then coming at you. I'm going to start with a trip to Montserrat. Alrighty then, folks, here we go. Kicking all off with a trip to Onos Vale Stadium in Kingstown. I believe that's actually in St. Vincent and Grenadines, so I led you up the wrong path there. But anyway, it's Montserrat, it's Vincent Grenadines, and they're coming at you on the 14th of November, 2024. Montserrat sitting 4th in the table right now, just 3 points to the campaign. Up against St. Vincent Grenadines, sitting in 2nd with 7 points to the name at that moment. They played 1 time, that was the reverse fixture, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But Montserrat just won win the last 6 for them, up against Vincent Grenadines on 42% form, just 1 defeat defeat in the last 4. Now, the reverse fixture was a 2-0 win for St. Vincent Grenadines way back in September 2024. Montserrat on the back of that 1-0 loss to Bonaire. Vincent Grenadines with that cheeky 2-1 win over El Salvador. We don't have any odds in these predictions, so I'm going to go with our gut throughout, and we're going to go with a 1-1 draw right here, right now, which does nobody any favours over in the CONCACAF Nations League. Next up, it's Bonaire up against El Salvador, but for this game, we're heading over to the Estadio Curaçao in Salvador. In El Salvador, that's right. Played each other twice since 2024. We'll talk about that in a minute. Bonaire, just one win in the last 6, and that one win was their last match. We'll talk about that shortly. El Salvador winning 4 of the last 5, but they do come into this on the back of a defeat. Like I said, they did play twice since 2024. The reverse fixture was back in September 2024 when El Salvador were the hosts. And of course, they picked up back-to-back unbeaten streak against them. Salvador, though, El Salvador did lose to St. Vincent Grenadines most recently. Bonaire picking up a cheeky monster win over Montserrat. That's right. So a good win for them most recently. But what will happen this time around? I don't think it's going to be a lightning will strike twice for Bonaire. I think El Salvador will get it. 2-0 winners on the night. Next up, we go with St. Lucia up against Grenada. Now, both this and the next match taking place at the same venue, which is this, the Ogilo Haito Stadium. That's over in Curaçao. Now, St. Lucia coming into this, top of the pops right there, and 9 points of a possible 12, I believe. 58% form for them. Up against Grenada, who are down to 3rd right now with just 4 points for the campaign in the Nations League. That's League B, Group B. Of course, they have played one time in recent years. Of course, this year, that was a reverse fixture when Grenada lost to St. Lucia 2-1 back in September. Grenada on the back of that 1-0 loss against Curaçao makes it back-to-back games against Curaçao and back-to-back games without a goal. St. Lucia on the back of that shocking 4-0 loss to St. Martin most recently. But I think they'll bounce back here, of course, looking to remain at tip of the top of the table. I think they'll get the W, a 3-1 win for St. Lucia on this match. Meanwhile, at that same venue, the El Galo Hato Stadium, that's right, over in Curaçao, we have St. Martin up against Curaçao, again in League B, Group B. St. Martin on 50% form for them right now, sitting in 4th with just 3 points to the name. Up against Curaçao, who's sitting in 2nd with 7 points to the name. They're on 75% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Now, they did play these two nations back in September. It was a 4-0 win for Curaçao, who do come into this on the back of a 1-0 over Grenada. In fact, it's actually been 3 clean sheets on the spin for Curaçao as they look to get back to winning ways. I think they're trying to challenge St. Lucia for that top spot, but St. Martin do come into this on the back of that convincing 4-0 win over St. Lucia back in October. I think there's only one winner in this game, and I'm going to go with Curaçao to take it 2-0 win on their own turf, despite being in the away dugout. Next up, we head over to Puerto Rico, that's right, as they take on Aruba. That's right, coming at you at the Pista Meyers, Jose Antonio Freya, whatever that is, of course, in Puerto Rico. Played just the one time, these two sides, since 2024. We'll talk about that shortly. Puerto Rico on the back of 58% form for them right now, winning 3 and losing 2 over the last 5. Aruba, though, without a win, and at least the last 6 games are on 8% form, of course, sit bottom of the pile over in League B, Group C. They did play each other back in September as a 1-0 win for Puerto Rico, who do come into this on the back of another win as well, when they beat St. Martin back in October. Aruba were involved, despite being bottom of the pile, they were involved in an 8-goal thriller against Haiti, losing 5-3 on the night. So maybe a bit of optimism in them, but there's actually been a big uptick in their performances recently, but still no points thus far. I don't think they'll get a point here either. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Puerto Rico to continue their decent campaign as they currently sit in 2nd in League B, Group C. Meanwhile, we stay right here at the Pista Migueres over in Puerto Rico for Sint Maarten up against Haiti. That's the Dutch side of the island. Up against Haiti, who currently find themselves top of the pile with a perfect record. That's 4 wins out of 4. In fact, they've got 6 wins on the bounce. 100% form for them, of course, coming at you against St. Martin. 50% form for them right now, winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6. Now, they did play that one time. It was a reverse fixture in September. It was a 6-0 win for Haiti, who have been scoring goals for fun. Let me do the math here. They've scored 18 goals in the last 4 games combined. Oh, wow. Meanwhile, St. Martin on the back of that 2-1 loss to Puerto Rico most recently. The last time, like I said, the last time they played was a 6-0 drubbing by Haiti. It could be I wouldn't say a repeat of that, but I'm expecting another win for Haiti here. Just a 2-0 win in my mind. A bit conservative, but Haiti remaining top of the pops, unchallenged over in League B Group C. Head on over to the Dominican Republic now as we go to Estadio Chibo for this match. Bermuda against Antigua Barbuda coming at you in League B Group D. Of course, now these two foes are familiar opponents, playing 3 times since 2018, 1 win apiece and 1 draw as well. Bermuda sitting in second right now, 9 points for them, 3 wins on the bounce. Looking pretty good right now. Up against Antigua Barbuda, bottom of the pile, 0 points so far in this Nations League. The last time they played, of course, at this very venue, or at least actually, we'll scrap that. Last time they played in the reverse fixture was a 1-0 win for Bermuda back in September 2024. Barbuda, Antigua and Barbuda's last victory, or the one and only victory, was back in March 2018. Bermuda on the back of a 3-2 win over Dominica. Antigua Barbuda losing to Dominican Republic. Tongue twisters, fantastic on this one. Tricky one to call this one, but I'm going to back. I'm going to go with the Bermuda here for a bit of an upset. Is that an upset? No, it's not. It's going with form. That might get 4 wins on the bounce. Meanwhile, staying at this same venue once again, it's Dominica up against Dominican Republic. That's right, spicy over in League B Group D. Dominica on the back of a 1 win in the last 6 matches. They're on 17% form. Up against their, I'd say, familiar opponents. Dominican Republic winning 5 on the bounce. They sit top of the pops over in League B Group D. 5 wins on the bounce, including a win against these opponents back in September 2024. It was a 2-0 win way back when these two sides met the first time. Dominican Republic on the back of a 5-0 win over Antigua Barbuda, also scoring goals for fun, scored 10 goals in the last 2 games combined. Dominica on the back of that 3-2 loss to Bermuda, close game, but they've actually shipped 9 goals in the last 2 games. To make it quite a leaky defence. Which way have I gone on there? So realistically, I should be going for Dominican Republic. I might be leaning on a draw here, guys. Yes, a draw, but when you look back at that, realistically, it should be Dominican Republic winning this one. Next up, we go to St. Kitts and Nevis as they take on Cuba. Now, you might notice that there is a star next to this game. This is a play-in, I think like a promotion a match, this one coming at you. This coming, I don't even know when this game is going to take place. I think it's actually taking place 14th of November. That's right, as these two sides lock horns for the first time, according to my data. St. Kitts Nevis, pretty good form right now. They sit top of their pile, I believe, with 10 points. They are unbeaten in the last 5, 75% form for them right now. Up against Cuba, 42% form for them right now, with just 1 win in the last 6. They did come into this on the back of that 3-1 loss to Trinidad and Tobago. That was, of course, back in October the 14th. St. Kitts Nevis coming into on the back of a draw against the Cayman Islands. But just how good are St. Kitts and Nevis? Because, you know, they've got the good record, good form right now. But Cuba maybe, I think they're coming at you in a division above St. Kitts, St. Nevis on this one. Taking place at the SKNFA Technical Centre. That's over in St. Kitts and Nevis. Going to go with a 2-0 away win here for Cuba. Again, these are double-legged matches, my understanding. So upper hand going in favour of Cuba. Next up, we head over to Belize as they take on French Guyana, also in one of these CONCACAF Nations League play-in matches. Belize on the back of 4 successive wins. They top their pile heading into this one up against French Guyana, who were bottom of their pile in the respective Nations League standings. Coming at you, Belize, though, 4 wins on the bounce, have played French Guyana 6 times since 2019. They've won 3 of them. They've lost 2 of them, and there's been 1 draw. The last time that they played, it was a 1-0 win for Belize back in November 2023. That was in the CONCACAF Nations League B Group C. Goodness gracious me. In fact, Belize have won back-to-back against French Guyana, back-to-back clean sheets as well. And they're coming into this on the back of a 3-0 win over Turks Chaos. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4 clean sheets on the bounce for Belize up against the French Guyana side, who've been losing quite regularly. However, their opposition have been quite tricky when they come out. So this could be an even match, and I think that's what the joy is of the Nations League. We get these sort of similar sized clubs up against each other. They're coming into this on the back of a 3-2 loss against Nicaragua. Also a 3-2 loss against Honduras. Shows that they're scoring goals, but I've also got a leaky defence on this one. No odds right here, right now, but at the FFB Stadium in Belize. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, sitting on the fence. Yes, I am. And of course, they'll duke it out again in the second leg, in the second match in this international break. Next up, we go to the Truman Bowden Sports Complex. That's over in the Cayman Islands as they lock horns with Guadalupe. That's right, on the 14th of November. Again, another play-in match. Cayman Islands sitting in second in their group with 7 points, 58% form for them right now. 2 defeats in the last 6. Up against Guadalupe, also on 58% form for them right now. Just one win in the last 4. Of course, they never played each other according to my data within recent years. Anyway, Cayman Islands on the back of a draw against St. Kitts Nevis. Guadalupe also drawing with Martinique. However, they're coming in on back-to-back games without a goal. In fact, they only scored 1 goal in the last 4 games combined. Yeah, pretty tough stuff for Guadalupe at the moment. But can they outperform a Cayman Islands on their own turf? Again, a 2-legged affair on this one. Going to be tight. I'm going to go with Guadalupe, though, to nick it. 1-0 winners. I think they're going to be too strong for the Cayman Islands and probably too strong over both legs. And then finally, folks, where are we going for this one? We're heading over to Bridgetown. That's in Barbados. As oh gosh, where are they playing? They're taking on Guyana. That's right, coming at you this coming 14th of November. Barbados, top of the pops right there. Of course, 4 wins on the bounce. Up against Guyana, 4 games without a win right now. Bottom of the pile with 25% form. Heading into this game, they played twice, these two clubs, these two teams since 2011. Nothing for Barbados, 2 wins for Guyana. There's been no draws. The last time they played, according to my data, was the 2-0 win for Guyana way back in October 2011. Guyana on the back of that 5-1 loss to Suriname. That was back in October. Barbados with a big 6-2 win over Bahamas. In fact, they've scored 14 goals in the last 3 games combined. So they've been pretty clinical in front of goal. But again, the division of quality is there. I think Barbados too strong for their current setup in the Nations League. Guyana look like they're too weak, of course, but these two should duke it out for a pretty competitive game over the course of 2 legs. But for the first leg, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Barbados to give them an upper hand and maybe, just maybe, hold on tight for promotion to the CONCACAF Nations League via this play-in. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. That, of course, completes my predictions for the penultimate game in this CONCACAF Nations League. Of course, we will have another video very, very soon. So don't forget to check that out, which has the CONCACAF quarterfinals, including the likes of USA, Canada, etc. and etc. But until then, guys, make sure you subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later, guys and girls. We are done right now.